Alright guys, in this video, I'm going to show you how to select multiple DOM nodes or multiple elements. Let's start with my favorite way, query selector all. Way 1. Okay, let's look at the index. What if I want to select all of these LI elements, those three and also these three? Well, I can do const mylist is equal to document dot query. Oh my gosh, I can't type. Query selector all. And then what are we selecting? We're just selecting all list elements, or LI. Okay. And then let's see. Let's loop through this list, and then we're gonna display the text content. So I can do for, just a regular for loop. You guys should know how to do this by now, right? For my list dot length. And yes, NodeLists also have a length property, but they're not like arrays. We'll explore right after this video. I++. Okay, now what? Well, let's just console.log out. .log my list at I. All right, let's make this bigger. Okay, as we can see, the first ones, nodes, DOM manipulation, update, remove, so on. And then the last three are here also. Okay, so this was saved into a variable called mylist. Mylist. It actually says that it's a node list. Cool, huh? Let's go down. Yep, it has all of that. It even has a prototype. Okay, so for node lists, the methods you can use are on the prototype. Okay, so if you go into the console, you select the list, select the prototype right here, and whatever methods you see here are the ones you can use for node. If you notice, there's no such thing as map or push or slice, right? But you can use for each, and you can use keys. Okay, so that's why people say node lists are array-like, but they are not arrays. Okay. Okay, let's move on. Now, instead of using query selector all, can we do something else instead? Yeah. Can we do get elements by class name? Let's see what class names should we do. We have a class of list here. Let's do that. List. Now, get elements by class name. Since it has the word class in the name, you do not have to do the dot notation. Okay. Let's see. Now, I want you to stop here. Let's think about this. Get elements by class name should select all elements with this list class, but we only have one. So is that still going to work? Let's see. Yep, it still works. And actually, there's two, and I will explain why. Let's go back to the HTML. We have one UL with the class of list, and one UL with the class of list space list -2. Okay, so this actually has two classes, this and that. But when you do the query selector, right, it will select any elements with the word list as part of the class. Okay, so even if this is space, blah, 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 and then let me put a space over here too, like that, we would still get two of them, even though we only put list, because it doesn't matter what comes before. It only matters that there is a space, right? There should be a space after, and it has the word list. Now, let's change this back. Okay, we still get two. What if we select this whole thing and put it here? Now we only get one, because JavaScript will look to see that it has to have at least this much in the class name. It has to have the word list, a space, and then list -2. Now it can have this whole thing again, and that would be fine, but it needs to happen at least once. Now, let's move on to the last one. Get elements by what? Get elements by tag name. This is kind of weird. What does that mean? Well, it's actually really simple. Tag names just means things like UL, LI, H1, okay, the built-in tags. So get elements by tag name. I'm just gonna put H1. Let's see what happens. We selected all the H1s. We have this H1 and this H1. Yep. One more. Get elements by what? By name. How's this different? Well, name refers to the special HTML attribute name right here. So in any element, right, you just give it the name attribute and you give it a value, and you can have more than one of the same values for name. Okay. So you see how all of these have the name attribute with the value topic on it? We can select them here. Yep, now it's selected all the LI tags with the name attribute of topic. Okay. And then we can actually see where's the text content. All the way down here. Arrays. Let's actually display that. The I.text content. Yep, now it works. See? Okay, I hope that was very helpful. But honestly, guys, if it was me, just please use query selector and query selector all. Okay, it can do everything all the other ones can do, and you're only using one method instead of having to think about, oh my gosh, I use ID, name, tags, whatever else, right? Okay, let's move on. We're going to talk about how node lists and arrays are different.